What's up, hackers? Welcome back to CTF Tricks, your go-to spot for breaking down the most complex hacks into simple wins. Today we are dealing with Advent of Cyber, day number 23rd. We are almost at the grand finale of Advent of Cyber 2025. For those of you who are new to this channel or new to Advent of Cyber, it's a 24-day long marathon hosted by TryHackMe, which consists of basic cybersecurity challenges to get you to speed on cybersecurity as well as learn new uh, stuff in this field. So today's topic is AWS Security Secret Santa. So, as you have already guessed, this lab will be dealing with AWS security at large. In the interest of time, I have already started my target machine and I have opened it as a new tab in my browser. Starting with the introduction, it asks us like what number is shown in the account parameter. So we need to run this command, which is AWS STS get caller identity. This command actually gets the identity which is trying to run the AWS command. So as we run this, we get this output which has the user ID, account number, and ARN details. Here we also note that the user that we are logged in as or we are making request as is named Sir Carrotbane. So for the first answer, we just need the account number that we got from this command. Next, we move up to the IAM users, groups, and policies. So the question is, what IAM component is used to describe the permissions to be assigned to a user or group? So IAM policy is used to describe the permission to be assigned to a user or group. So the answer over here is policy. Practical enumeration. Moving on to practically enumerating users' permissions. So for that, we will be following a series of steps. What we need to find is what is the name of the policy assigned to Sir Carrotbane. So for that, the first command that we will be running is to list the user policies that are assigned to Sir Carrotbane. Let's move ahead and let's run this command. AWS IAM list user policies. User name is Sir Carrotbane. The policy name is Sir Carrotbane policy. Let's copy this and let's paste it over here. Next is assuming roles. So now we know that which policies is assigned to Sir Carrotbane. But now we want to enumerate the various roles that are available. So let's move on to that. In order to achieve that, I'll run this command which says AWS IAM list roles. This command will actually list out all the roles that are available. And as it runs, we see that there is a role named Bucket Master. So let's move on with the task. The question over here is, apart from get object and list bucket, what other actions can be taken by assuming the bucket master role? But for that, we need to assume the bucket master role first. Till now, we have just listed out the bucket master role. So let's try to assume the bucket master role. So before assuming that, I'll list out the role policies that the bucket master role has. In order to do that, I'll run this command AWS IAM list role policies and the role name is bucket master. So as you can see, the policy name is bucket master policy. Next, I'll try to get the role policy. and I'll provide the bucket master policy as a policy name for which I want to get the role policies. Let's try running this command. AWS IAM get role policy for the role bucket master, and the policy name is bucket master policy. Awesome. So we got various functions that are available, like list all my bucket, list bucket, then get object, and so on. In the list bucket, we see there are two buckets, bunny website and Easter secrets. This will be coming in handy pretty soon. Let's quit this. Let's move on to assuming the bucket master role. In order to assume the bucket master role, I need to run this following command. AWS STS assume role, and then the role ARN will follow. So you can find the role ARN over here in the IAM list roles. The ARN is specified over here, just copy it and paste it in the command. The role session name will be TBFC, the best festival company. So let's try running this command. Awesome. It seems like we got a lot of credentials, like the access key ID, the secret access key, the session token. Now let's do a session token takeover. So for that, I'll do an export of these three values. One will be export of access key ID. The next will be export of secret access key. The third will be export of session token. As you can see, I have exported the AWS access key that is present over here. I have exported the AWS secret access key that is present over here. And I have also exported the AWS session token that is present over here. Let's try running this. Now we have already executed it, and let's try to see if we already have moved to the bucket master role. For that, we will again run the command AWS STS get caller identity. If you remember earlier, we were Sir Carrotbane. Now, after the session token takeover, like we are now bucket master. Awesome, right? So let's go back to TryHackMe and answer the question. It says, apart from get object and list bucket, what other action can be taken? The answer to this can be found in here, in the get role policy. Here we see we have three things: get object, list bucket, and list all buckets. So I'll just copy this and paste it over here. Yay, it's the correct answer. Now let's move on to the next step. We have already assumed the bucket master role, and we also know that there are two buckets that are available. One is Easter secret and other is bunny website. Let's try to grab any data that is available on that bucket. So in order to do that, I'll simply run list all buckets first. You can skip this command in if you wish. So AWS list buckets actually listed the bucket that are available for us. It includes bunny website and an Eastern secret. Next, Let's start by accessing the S3cret. Let's list the objects that are present in S3cret. In S3cret we see we have cloudpassword.txt and groceries.txt. The cloudpassword.txt looks interesting, right? So why not let's try to access it and read the contents of it. For that, I'll just do a get object on the cloud password.txt and let's see what it will bring up. So I did a get object on bucket S3crets with the for the file cloud password.txt, and let's run it. So we are storing it as cloud password.txt itself in our local machine. So if I do a ls right now, I should see a cloud password.txt. Let's do a cat on cloud password.txt. Awesome, we got a flag. THM more like cloud Sir Carrotbane. Let's copy this. Let's go back to this TryHackMe and let's paste it. Yay! Congratulations on completing AWS Security, Secret Santa. And that's how you do it like a pro. If you found this walkthrough helpful, smash that like button and hit subscribe to join the CTF Trek squad. We are dropping fresh content every single day, so don't miss out. Until next time, keep hacking, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.